Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Thomas Daniel Ince, and today I'm going to do an unboxing, and then I'm going to talk about London College of Fashion and creative direction for fashion. So we're going to start with the unboxing, and then it will make sense why I go in to talk about creative direction for fashion after I've done my unboxing. So I have a book here by Vida Byström. I'm looking forward to reading that later and seeing what she has made. And yeah, so basically, um, in 2014, after I did an art foundation, I studied creative direction for fashion at London College of Fashion in the Lime Grove campus. Um, I really wanted to move to London. I had dreams of working in fashion and wanted to be either a stylist or a photographer or an editor at a magazine. Or a writer, or fashion writer. I really wanted to work in the fashion industry, and I wanted it so badly. I wielded the universe to my advantage, and I wanted it so badly that I ended up getting in to the university through doing an art foundation. And then uh, I remember meeting people from Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, Korea, um, some parts of America, um, a lot, I think a third of us were British, and the rest of us were international students. So yeah, and then I had a flatmate that was from Dubai, and a couple of girls from China, and it was a really amazing opportunity, and I can't believe when I think back about how I went to do it, how amazing the opportunity was, and what it gave me. Because in my second year, I managed to get an internship at a London fashion magazine. But then I couldn't, so I did that for a month and I couldn't stay, and I really wanted to stay longer. And I would have done, but it was unpaid, and I couldn't really afford my rent without, you know, a paid opportunity. So, but I actually managed to accomplish my goal, which was to work in the fashion industry, even though it wasn't very long. And I have done, because of being at London College of Fashion, I have worked a couple of fashion weeks, London Fashion Weeks, and either helped out with um, maintaining tables that have got food and drink on for the models, or doing some dressing opportunities. I did a retrospective for a London fashion brand, um, where I was helping dress some of the models. And if it wasn't for me, one model didn't eat for the morning, and was about to go on stage. And luckily, I had some wine gums, and I just offered her the entire packet, and she had a good few, because she hadn't eaten that morning, and she felt faint. So, you know, there are certain things, like I was in the right place at the right time, and definitely being in London really helped with getting opportunities. The course, I can't compare it to anything else because I've not done anything else with UAL, but it was, I feel like it was what you made of it that made it good, but saying that if it was really good, then you wouldn't need to say something like that. It was a bit wishy washy because to be a creative director in fashion, you have to have a lot of experience. So it was kind of like what how I saw it. I saw it as like a spiritual experience because it was about manifesting your future for me. Um, because I really had a goal that I wanted to achieve, and I was really drawn to creative direction for fashion because it didn't just keep it as one discipline. It made it really broad. So, and we covered a lot of different topics. So we did branding, we did um, visuals like videography and photography, fashion photography, we and fashion film. We did insights and trend forecasting, styling, coming up with concepts for brands, working collaboratively with external companies, and going out for visits to companies, and um, just seeing what different brands are doing in London, and um, and yeah, um, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, but I would like to think that the course is now better. This was from 2014 to 2017, so it's been almost a decade since I graduated, and I think the question is, what have you done since you graduated from your Bachelor of Honours? And I had to come home when I graduated, and it was really heartbreaking because I really wanted to stay in London, and I really felt like I worked really hard, and that I would uh, work in either fashion or something where I could have a career, and I would build a career from. And so whether it would be in TV, in makeup, in costume, or working in the music industry and making music videos, or visuals, being a photographer or a videographer. And so um, not just fashion, So there was, or working in a magazine, um, and keeping print alive because we need to keep print alive, because it's a form that could easily. I mean, people who love print, but it's an art form that could disappear one day, and so we need to keep that going. So keep your if you're interested in magazines, keep buying those, keep plugging away at those magazines because everything is online these days. So yeah, so yeah, when I think about it, um, I did a couple of things here, but nothing really stayed. Here being my hometown and the nearest city, there was a model agency that closed down that I was kind of helping out at, and I did a couple of retail jobs in fashion, in retail, not but in a fashion company that had lots of brands, and but that closed down, and so um, I'd considered going back to London, and wanted to, and I did, but then I couldn't afford to stay. So um, that's another story. But um, so yeah, what have I done since? Well, I've helped out with a photographer once, and I got quite a bit of money with that, helping him for the day. But he never really asked me again, and so it's always been. I've done a lot of volunteering with a gallery and also at a theatre, and then from working at the theatre, I managed to get a job with the theatre, and I've been with them for 4 years. So I'm not in fashion, I've considered going into costume and working in a wardrobe team, and I've had a few interviews over the years with different wardrobe teams in different theatres, and nothing's really stayed. And but I'm happy with where I am at now, where I'm also free to be able to take photographs of people for my portfolio,